We're seeing lots of sad tweets today, remembering Tammy Myers. She's a Las Vegas mom who police say was shot Thursday in an apparent road rage incident after a near collision with another vehicle, and she died at the hospital Saturday. The confrontation took place after she gave her daughter a driving lesson at a nearby school parking lot. Josh wrote, "Another road rage. This one hit home for me, 44, and teaching her daughter to drive. Human behavior can be unthinkable." The Vegas police tweeted out this sketch of the suspect. They say he's a white male, about 25 years old, 6 feet tall and 180 pounds, dirty blonde hair and hazel or blue eyes. Joining me now via Skype, breaking news reporter for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Christopher Kudialis, and security executive and former ATF agent Matthew Horace. Christopher, what is the latest on this situation? Do we have any leads at all?
Well, we don't have any updates on the suspect. Obviously, the woman was taken off life support on Friday and on Saturday, died about 7:05 p.m. But as far as the suspect goes, no further details except for the sketch itself that was released by Metro Police.
Now, Matthew, I want to turn to you. How is it exactly that when you have a case that lacks enough witnesses that you go about finding a suspect, finding the car that's on surveillance?
Well, there's always evidence that's left at the scene, and there's evidence that police will be looking at. In this case, we have a really good composite sketch, and normally those sketches are pretty good indicators of what the suspect might look like. Another clue might be the rounds from the ammunition from the gun that was fired to commit this murder. Those rounds will be collected by the Las Vegas Police Department. They'll be examined by the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network. They'll be sought to see if those rounds match rounds from any other crime scene. Hopefully, that might lead police to a suspect firearm, to a crime gun, and it might lead police back to a suspect. Now, but citizen tips, witnesses who we may not know about at this point, they'll need everything they can get to pull together a consistent pattern, something that will lead them to the suspect that committed this horrific crime.
Guys, I want to take a listen to some sound that we have. This is the father speaking directly to the suspect.
So you guys that did this, look at this closely, because she's gone now, and she's leaving a 15-year-old, a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, and a 23-year-old without a mom tonight. So you got your wish. You fired the shot. She's gone.
Now, Christopher, I lived in Las Vegas for 3 or 4 months at one point in time, and I do remember not getting the sense that it was the safest community, particularly in certain areas of the city. And that's obviously can be said about a lot of major cities. Is road rage in particular a big problem out there?
You know, road rage hasn't traditionally been a problem here in the Valley. There are a lot of car accidents involving that lead to fatalities, and also a lot of car theft. So there is a lot of crime on the streets, but as far as road rage and murders, that result, very few, and this was very surprising here in the community.
Yeah, I know it tends to be mostly a property crime thing. Are drugs fueling a lot of this type of stuff?
In terms of this incident, it's hard to say, but we do know that Tammy was not using drugs, and her daughter in the incident was also not using drugs.
Right. Okay, Matthew, as a security expert, what do you suggest people do if they find themselves in an unfortunate situation where they're being confronted with an angry passenger in a vehicle who is experiencing a moment of road rage?
Well, by all means, the first thing you want to do is dial 911, get the police plugged in to what potentially might be an emergency situation. As soon as someone demonstrates a behavior that's inconsistent with the values and our values and norms, you call 911 and get that police on the line and have them locate where you are. It very well might avoid a situation just like this.
Yeah.
It's happened all too often, and unfortunately, in our society, and we need to start recognizing what some of the signs are.
And I feel like what you wouldn't want to do is drive to your home, because at that point, you're stopping the vehicle and you're allowing the other person in the altercation to engage you.
Absolutely not. If you see someone that looks like they want to commit harm to you, you're in the car with your kids or your family members, you want to drive to a location as far from your home as you can, dial 911, tell the police exactly where you are, what your vehicle looks like, and what you're experiencing. And with all the police departments I've worked throughout my career, they will jump right on it and get you some assistance right away.
We've got some sound from the Myers family, who obviously, like the rest of America, is absolutely heartbroken about this situation. Let's take a listen.
I brought my wife Valentine's flowers for the last time today. because I buy them every year for her. And I can't do that no more because of this senseless act.
She's a mother of 4. She was a grandmother of 1. My son's only 1 year and 2 months. And now I gotta deal with my son growing up without knowing his grandmother.
Oh, really difficult stuff to listen to. Christopher, Matthew, thank you both so much for your time this afternoon. And obviously, we've all got our fingers crossed that we can locate this person. And obviously, if anybody has any help, certainly contact the Las Vegas Police Department.